And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the CranKy Cup, LATAM edition number 5, your bi-weekly dose of Latino American StarCraft. We are back with the grand finals. It's going to be a best of 5 between Juanito, between SpeCial and eGGz. We have our best of 5, we have our TvZ, and we're jumping into game 1. Game 1 is going to be on Ruby Rock. Let's go. Let us go. Again, shout out to Master. Once again, Master, he did pose a big threat to SpeCial, and I can still see a World War 2-0 SpeCial in that previous semifinals, but now he's up against El Huevito instead, and it's been a long time since I've casted eGGz. I'm ready, I'm excited. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the Colombian Zerg player, we have the blue Zerg. It is eGGz. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player, we have the red Terran. It is a SpeCial. Juanito. Here we go. We're here, we are back, we are live, we are jumping into our TvZ. Opening up, we do have SpeCial with the low ground wall off. If you recall, SpeCial went for the same build against Eric, going for his own racks into factory, into delayed CC. With this, is meant to be a quote-unquote safer build. It allows you to get into factory units a little bit faster. It also allows you to wall off faster as well. The downside is that your production is going to be exposed to 2 base roach all-ins. We'll see if eGGz does embrace roach play. We saw that Eric in his series kept trying to go 2 base muta. Time and time again, he was attempting 2 base muta and he was being punished time and time again as well. So we'll see how our players do adjust coming into this fresh series, how eGGz adjust specifically. So far, going for a hatch pool opener, delayed gases. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, very interesting here, as he's going for a gasless opener. With this does mean that he will most likely be skipping link speed. He's going to be skipping link speed when he gets 100 gas, and most likely is going to be going into 2 base roach and into a fast lair. That's usually what is done. Because your gases are so late, you typically just don't even waste your time with link speed. Typically. I will say that gasless openers are usually done on larger maps where you can get away with like a link speed, and they're usually done on maps where you have a secure third. So think of Celestial Enclave. Like, that's a map where you more commonly see gasless openers. It's quite rare to see this on Ruby Rock. Quite rare. So I'm curious to see how eGGz does embrace the mid game and how he gets there. Likewise, I very quickly wanted to check the because we were going over the WardyTV Team League matches on during the podcast, and I know that eGggz had forfeited a couple of matches, and I was curious if they had forfeited last night as well. Didn't get to see. Yeah, they didn't play. Ay. Este huevito. Meanwhile, we do see, as we mentioned, because of the late gas opener, because of the gasless opener, he's going straight into the lair, he's skipping link speed. Meanwhile, the initial Reaper Hellion from SpeCial has yet to go into the main. Builds an extra wave. Catching out the first queen. Ooh, the first queen taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. Has to be careful. Has to pull away. Again, this is nice damage already here because, hey, forcing a transfuse means 1 less injection. That is still damage. SpeCial confirms there's no third expansion. Something is wrong. It's looking like roach play. Rotates over towards the natural. Another Reaper has arrived. He wants that queen. He wants it. No transfuse. Yeah, no transfuse. 1 queen does go down. He gets 1. He might get another. As one of the Hellions is very low. Behind this SpeCial going into his own follow-up. Third CC is on the way. Going for the Raven. It's looking like a mech. He wants that second queen. He's going to get it. Oh god. 2 queens go down. Crazy damage. Meanwhile, the Roach Warren has completed. It's behind the natural, and it should be a 2 base roach roll in. 2 base roach roll in here from eGggz. I do like the build itself here. I do like the build of choice. But getting there is difficult as he's lacking injections now. He's lacking injects. Against SpeCial 4, he knows it could be 2 base muta. Ah, no, he sees the roaches. He knows. He's fully aware. Banshee production has begun. Did go Raven first. And Banshees are a hard counter to these roach roll-ins. as they're just free damage on the Ravagers, on everything. Bit of a misrally. Third base is now finally being taken. We have Overlord speed on the way. That should be for drop lords, but I do know that eGggz, he does like to mix in just faster overseer scouts. We have seen that. This should be for a German taxi though. Like there's no macroing out of this. Like there's just been so many losses. Ah, but he's getting spine crawlers? Oh no. Yeah, we spoke this earlier, but just free damage on the Ravagers. Both Ravagers go down. We have a bio follow-up, not mech, going into sim. They're catching another Ravager. Oof. Behind this, what were the spines? Oh, okay. We have one spine for each mineral line. Hellions are going to be denied. Are they still going to volley up from the mineral line itself? Ooh, 5 drones go down. Yeah, drones are lining up. One more volley. Oh, barely not. But that was still worth it already. 5 drone kills. That is insane. And we're going for a roach drop. We're going for a roach drop plus burrow as well. It's not an all-in. We're not committing with everything across the map. We're just going for harassment. But the pressure's on eGGz. Pressure is on. Yo, shout out to eGggz being as annoying as possible. Moves in the Overlord once again to spread creep. Drop Lord into the main. Roach is outside of the natural. And SCVs are going down. Nice damage. We do get some nice pickoffs. Real nice pickoffs. Likewise, Roach. I mean, we're still containing special on 2 bases. Third base is yet to saturate. Oof. He's looking for a way in. He does get his own third up and running. Still low drone counts, but he's getting there. Ooh, as he drop Lord does barely survive. eGggz pulling away. Still lacking saturation, but eGggz is getting there. From here, we're building up. Now, I was curious as to why this space is so undersaturated despite the worker count, but we're just a little bit oversaturated. Hopefully, Special realizes. Looks like he's just rallying to his natural. There we go. Does send them over. As he's actually following, there we go. He's following the mule. eGggz building up his heavy roach counts. Once again, though, he's kind of stumbling his way into the mid game. The economy is very lackluster, so in a head-on fight, I still do favor Special as long as he fights within range of his tanks. Should add that caveat. Banshee, free damage, forcing out a Hydroden. Special stems in, he finds the 4th. Will force a cancel. Dips in, force a cancellation. Rallies to the south on 4th. Forcing another cancel, hopefully another kill. Oh no! Ooh, does cancel in time. But eGGz is being contained. He's being contained, he's being stifled. He needs to expand soon. So far keeping up with some of the drops. Taking up into what should be lurkers. Was revealed. Task reveal burrow. So Tongue Clone Warriors is moving on the right hand side. We do have a nice backstab being set up here, and that can alleviate some of the pressure. But here comes the main army. Here comes the main push. And again, Special's main push cannot be stopped. Not with what eGGz has. Base trade is the best case scenario. Roaches they do on burrow. They hit the third. Yeah, they hit the third base at the same time. Special does not turn around. He's going for the kill. He's going for the throat. Miles aggravates the army. Tank siege up. Fourth base goes down. Roaches they keep pushing, and so should Special. They're still moving in. Massive stim. Another armor shred on the army. Oh, and these roaches they just melt. They all go down. At the same time, the roaches of eGGz, they're still taking their time. Making their way into the natural. And they're making their way in. Getting into the mineral lines. eGGz reinforcements are being dealt with. Meanwhile, Special, his own reinforcements are defending. Oh no, he surrounds. Yeah, surrounds the roaches, locks them down. A nice burrow. Oof, there's a scan. Chasing down eGGz. Special pushing into the main. Ah, the Raven stays with the tanks. No, the bird roaches, they cannot get in. I mean, it was a smart move out of eGGz, even smarter out of Special to keep the Raven with the army. No shot. The Raven came into play, baby. The detection is crazy. GG gets called, and Special, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG well played. Again, a very chaotic early game between Special and eGGz, with eGGz staying on a very low base count and going into 2 base roaches. But we saw the Special, because he went for a 1-1-1 Banshee opener after the Raven, the all-in kind of fell on its face. If you recall, I'm referring to the moment when the Special caught out 3 Ravagers. He caught 3 Ravagers in the center of the map. eGGz, he fell behind. He was stuck on 2 bases, had a late 3rd base. Economically, eGGz, who was always 1 step behind that of Special, just couldn't quite keep up. GG. GG, well played. And with that, Special, we snowballed out of control, and now we're going to be loading in the game number 2. Now, as we load into game 2, as we load into a larger map, we should be seeing more economic builds. Last game, we saw 2 base heavy play out of eGGz. Likewise, did see a more defensive opener out of Special as well. We should be opening up here. Should be embracing a longer game. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the Colombian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. It is eGGz. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player. We have the Mexican Terran. It is SpeCial. Leading the series 1-0. Let's go. Let us go. Now, last game, if you remember, eGGz, he went for a gasless opener into 2 base roach, into 2 base lair. It was very, very 2 base heavy. And it didn't really amount to much, I will say. It was shut down. Meanwhile, SpeCial, he went for the low ground racks into factory, but this time we have the high ground racks. This time it looks like a much more standard build. Racks expand. Here we go. Once again, same build, 2 games in a row. eGGz, do you see what I see? It's going to be hatchery into a spawning pool into a very late gas geyser. So this late gas last game led into a fast lair and into fast roaches. As it's very common when you go for a late gas geyser, just skip lane speed. Skip lane speed. And go for a more roach heavy style. Technically, this could lead into a fast lair into 2 base muta. Like 2 base muta is another viable option here, especially on a larger map. It's a possibility. If we were casting someone like Solar, then I would be posing the idea of 2-base Hydra. But even then, I don't think Solar rushes into Spire play, or sorry, into Lair like this quickly. But 2-base Hydra has been having a rise in popularity as of late amongst the Koreans. I think we saw Rainer do it as well. SpeCial does move out. Getting to the mineral line. Tonight mining, no major damage, not yet. If you remember last game, especially because of his heavy Reaper build, he was able to catch out 2 queens. But this time we're going for a 3rd CC before Starport. This time we have an economic build out of SpeCial. So SpeCial's playing very, very standard, very economic. It makes sense on Winter Madness. This is a larger map in the map pool. Likewise, SpeCial just scouted the main, but oh no, did not scout the main. He's not fully aware. Oh, and a couple of things are going on here. Okay, so first things first, we do threaten the mineral line here. The Reaper is going to be zoned away. Link speed is being researched, but as you can see, we're still mining gas. That is unorthodox. So late link speed, continued gas mining into a Roach Horn, into an all-in. So it looks like an all-in out of X. Oh no, he gets in! You get a KDA charge on the Queen, the Reaper gets in, confirms gas, confirms Roaches, confirms link speed, confirms everything, and link speed is cancelled. Also, SpeCial's a deep enjoyer. God damn. Of course he is. Goddamn weebs. But he scouts everything, so link speed is cancelled. Why is the reason for this? Link speed was only being researched for an all-in. It was going to be a Roach Ling all-in, or specifically a Ravager Ling all-in. But because it's been scouted, it will fail, so he has to cancel link speed and he goes into late lair. Late in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the build itself. Often this build leads into earlier lair. It was delayed because of link speed. So a shaky build here from eGggz. Reaper heading into the natural, catching up more drones. They're targeting one. Oof! Gets one more volley up. Gets up to 4. 4 drones go down. Nice damage there by SpeCial. Back at home is going to his own 3-1-1 setup. Once again going to safety Banshees. That makes sense considering he's up against Roaches. He also saw that link speed was cancelled. And yeah, we're getting desperate here, going to muters. I mean, what else can you do, right? Like with such a shaky build and a shaky start, we gotta make some twists, make some turns, either commit into Roaches or make a chance. We'll go for a chance. Take a chance even. Going for the Spire. And we'll see if this goes unscouted, right? Like, that's the big thing here. If it goes unscouted, then eGggz he can pop off. SpeCial should know that this is a possibility. From what he's seen with the fast lair, it could be an Idis all-in, could be a Roach all-in, could be Muters, could be Hydras, could be Swarm Host. It's on SpeCial to confirm. We're now going into a very biocentric follow-up. Because the muters now we're actually getting to link speed. That's what, like 5:30. Finished by 6 minutes, so very late link speed. But the reason for this is because now we're switching. We're trying to be very flexible. We're trying to transition out of things, and we're trying to transition out of Roaches into link muter, which is going to be very, very vulnerable to the stim timing. Stim is finishing up. Medevacs are on the way, and SpeCial he can soon move out with 16 Marines, and this is going to be a tough hold. So 16 Marines and 2 medevacs. There's no +1 carapace and no Baneliness to defend. Remember, the Evo chambers have been delayed because of the Spire. Likewise, Baneliness also delayed because of the Spire as well. I mean, everything's been delayed. Muters are revealed. Does force a stim. Not bad. Forcing out a stim, keeping the muters busy. And especially pulls back. He doesn't want to lose his medevacs. There's the scan. Getting us in the EVA chambers, getting us in the meters. Especially can he catch them? Oh! Almost gets caught himself. Nice thing run by. Gets into the mineral line. Especially commits across the map. It's going to be slow Banes to defend. Banshee turns around. Nice target fight. Oh, he gets the Banelings. No! Yeah, well, the Baneling's going to be denied. We're going to finish up 2 Banelings, but they should not connect. And that might just be it here. Especially stimming in. The boys are going to have to be pulled. Once again, 0 Banelings. Yeah, the boys are being pulled, collapsing on the Marines. Marines, they just started back. They kill everything. Banelings are finishing, but they're slow Banes. They should never connect. And they won't. Oh, they do. Some of them do connect towards the end. They graze the army, but still there are enough Marines left over. There's enough bio. He stems in, Bobby takes on every single muta. GG gets called, and SpeCial will take a 2-0 lead in the series. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, unfortunately, a very messy early game here for eGggz. Winding it back. Remember, eGggz, he was initially going to go for a Ravager Ling all in, but he got scouted. He was unable to deny the Reaper scouts. He was forced to cancel Ling speed, start the lair instead, and then restart Ling speed, take his gases, not make any roaches, and go into muta play. Like a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of attempted mind games there out of eGggz. But unfortunately, because he was making all these twists and turns, he was hoping that SpeCial would be more passive. He was active. With his 16 Marines, with his double medic timing, he moved out. GG. GG, well played. SpeCial did commit across the map, and SpeCial is up 2-0. He's up 2-0. Now we're loading into the Old Republic. Let's go. SpeCial scout. I mean, as we mentioned, like, it all came down to the scouting early on. He kind of forced inefficiencies out of our Zerg player due to the fact that the initial Ling speed was scouted, due to the fact that the initial Roach one was scouted. Like, it was just a really rough early game. But here we go. We're loading into game number 3, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the Colombian Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg. Hello. Going for a 13-12? Going for the 13-12 in a ZVT? Quite rare. It is eGggz. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player. We have the Mexican Terran leading the series 2-0. It is SpeCial. Let's go. Now, 13-12, because the early gas mining does typically lead into early Ling speed and into a Bane bust, but you can also go for a Roach Rush as well. Like, a Roach Rush is also a viable option from a 13-12. We'll see how eGggz commits, but again, it's going to be a one base all-in. One base all-in essentially out of eGggz. Meanwhile, back at home, SpeCial going into 2-Rax Reaper. Ooh. Is this like is this just a blind counter? I think it is. Yeah, SpeCial, he's going for a late expansion into Mass Reaper early on, and he's going to have his way with this. Ling speed is being researched. You can see that eGggz, he does pull out of gas. He keeps 1 in gas, which means this should not be roaches. Roaches do force, so they do require extra gas mining. With only 1 gas mining here, it may be Ling speed into a delayed Baneling nest, but even then, it feels kind of weird. We'll see what the gas is spent on. It might be a late Bane nest, but even then, like, you usually pull 1 more into gas. He's expanding. Going for his natural. Lings, they're flooding across the map. SpeCial, he'll have extra Reapers. And the Overlord will just now confirm. Yeah, eGggz, he breaks in. Confirms the racks on the low ground, and he confirms the second racks as well. Yep, there it is. There's that Bane nest, as we mentioned. Like, he pulls back in. Typically, you stay in gas for a Bane bust, so this is a late Bane nest, later Bane bust. As eGggz is completely all in. He's all in. As Reaper does confirm, the boys are being pulled, the wall is fine, and there, this is falling on its face. We do have the Bane bust available, but it's such a late Baneling bust. Such a late Baneling nest. Now morphing in. There are bunkers behind this. SpeCial should be fine. It's going to be close. There's a chance here that we might break the wall before the bunkers are done. Okay, let's go. Show us a KDA charge. Very nice KDA charge. Lings A flood in. The bunker's not yet complete. Gets around. Can he get us around? Oh, 2 Marines left. Down to 1, down to 0. He has 0 Marines remaining. Baneling is focused. Boys are being pulled, and the bunkers do complete. Oof, it was close. Yeah, but the bunkers finish. They get loaded up. Here comes the full wall. And the all-in has failed. The eggs, now he's droning. Ay, ay, ay. He only has 12 drones. Remember, this is a 13-12. He has no economy. You can't macro out of this, Pappy. Not like this. He's gonna try. Yeah, GG. He's not gonna try. As you mentioned, there's no macroing out of this. You cannot drone after a failed 13-12. GG gets called. SpeCial, who will claim the series 3-0. He will be this week's CranKy Cup Latino American champion. GG. GG, well played, SpeCial, who will claim the series. Again, just a really rough early game here from eGGz, both in game 1, 2, and 3, actually. It was a lot of it came down to the initial builds, a lot of it came down to the early game. Game 2, of course, we had eGGz being scouted, so we had to kind of shift gears time and time again to try to come up with a build, and he went into late muta play as a result, so SpeCial was able to punish. Here in game number 3, we saw, I would say, a little bit indecisive play out of eGGz, where it looked like a 13-12, but he pulled out of gas. Because he pulled out of gas, and because he pulled back in once he realized what was going on, it meant that the Bane bust was late. It was a later Bane bust, so that gave more time for SpeCial to prepare. Every second counts, especially in this kind of early kind of game state. Otherwise, we might have seen that build work. It would have been closer. Would have been much closer. Likewise, game 1, it was also fully scattered, where we saw the attempted 2-base all-in by eGGz. It was meant to be a 2-base roach all-in, but it got scattered, got shut down, and then he was stuck on 2 bases and went for a very late 3rd expansion. So all 3 games, just a really rough early game, and GG. GG, well played with that. SpeCial does claim the series, and is going to be our champion. Shout out to Master. Master did pose the biggest threat to SpeCial, and I can still see Master 2-0ing SpeCial. Like, game 2 was very intense, was very close. I will say it just came down to Master's lack of macro, where he was not replacing his workers. As he was losing probes, he wasn't rebuilding them, and that did eventually mean that SpeCial was able to recover and bounce back from a deficit. But in my mind, that was like the series of the broadcast, was SpeCial versus Master. But GG. GG, well played with that. Congratulations, SpeCial will claim it. And again, shout out to Cosmos. Cosmos has been hosting these events, or has begun to host these events on a regular basis. Once again, every 2 weeks, there should be a CranKy Cup Latino America. Let's go. Let's go. Great to see some Latin American StarCraft returning after, you know, years of being gone, after years of no Sentimiento Latino, or Batallas de las Américas, or La Espida as well, you know. Rest in peace, La Espida. Feels bad, man, feels bad. But great to see that Cosmos does kind of take up that mantle to host these events on a regular basis. GG. GG, well played. With that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the morning. A bit of a shorter broadcast today, but perfectly fine. Like, I'm giga tired. We've been trying to reorganize ourselves when it comes to our schedule, and in doing so, let's catch up on the schedule itself. Let's go. Let's catch up on the schedule here. As you can see, we do have our weekend ahead of us. We do have KSL. KSL is going to be our next broadcast. That's going to be in around 24 hours. 24 hours time. We'll be live here with the Korean StarCraft League. We'll then have RSL over the course of the evening on Saturday and Sunday. So RSL playoffs will be beginning. It's going to be 2 series for each broadcast. It should be pretty short broadcast for the RSL. Likewise, we have the Thermal TvZ circuit over the weekend. If you remember, we are adminning and running that event. We do not cast it. We're going to be running the Thermal TvZ circuit, and we have, of course, more StarCraft over the course of the week with Pigaster Cup, Woody TV Mondays, Tuna Cups, and Kung Fu Cups as well. A lot of content, a lot of StarCraft. Might have to reorganize a couple of things here and there, just because yeah, we might have to just reorganize a couple of things just to open up some of our mornings. But otherwise, overall, it should be a nice week of StarCraft. Let's go. I do have to double check some of the StarCraft Evolution replays, just because I know that SEVO did have a patch and a bunch of replays were broken, so we have some messiness there. But we'll try to get back into some SE Evo as well. We'll attempt to. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Do appreciate the support. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for some Korean StarCraft, for some KSL, and for some RSL as well. True. Also, I don't mind saying this. Yeah, I'm fine saying this. Once again, last season, if you remember, I was one of the judges for TLMC, and I should be a judge once again this season for the Team Liquid map contest. So it is going to be exciting. I think last time I was doing some judging streams on my personal channel. I think this time I might do some judging streams on the CranKy Ducklings instead. We might do that here. But we'll see. Like, we also have to try to organize some judging streams to be able to go through some of those maps. There's going to be a lot of submissions once again, and there's kind of a lot to go through. But yeah, I might stream that here on the CranKy Ducklings. We'll see. We'll figure things out once we kind of get to the point where we're judging those maps, when we're going through them. We'll try to organize some streams. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some KSL. See you tomorrow, Pat. Hasta luego.